Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Hey. Testing. Is everything good? Mark? Let's see, Mark. Physically, my end. He might be preoccupied, but it shows that I'm unmuted with him. So, actually, this might be a good opportunity. Well, actually, probably want to keep the pacing of it. Currently, as we stream on Twitch, it looks like ads just rolled as the video or the song in the background was playing. So that's awkward. So people are just kind of getting hit with an ad already, but I will kind of go ahead and get started. So hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin. Mark. And you're watching and are listening to 426 of DangIT Prodcast. Welcome back, everybody. Man, 427. I had to like double check a couple times just to make sure like that was the exact number. In fact, oh man. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with some bit of news and updates. Obviously, OBS is a new thing, right? It's been updated, and it's been affecting a lot of people's stream decks, especially when it comes to just having that integrated into the system. You know, anytime you want to switch a scene out, like you get like that yellow exclamation point, and I thought I took care of that upon the actual like downloaded or the update. But still giving me some problems. Apparently, after a certain bit of time of inactivity, it'll just not compute at all. So the only way to really resolve it is by uninstalling the plugin and reinstalling the plugin, or just simply restarting the computer. So I've done the latter. Well, actually, I've done both, but recently I just done the latter. I don't really want to go through and continue to like uninstall and install again. But yeah, hopefully OBS gets that figured out, because for the longest time, Stream Deck has been like really like reliable, just to kind of stay like consistent, and we've been really using it to maintain a lot of the control here. But yeah, no, Mark, I see you. Well, I mean, quote unquote, I see you, but I don't hear you. What's going on? He's not even muted either. Otherwise, it would tell me. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and check all of our stuff. Yeah, no, no. It shows he's playing Monster Hunter right now, but of course he also jumps in on call as well. And we know that we got Phil on the other line as well. He's just prepping some stuff up. But I guess I will kind of go ahead and get started with a little bit of some light news here. So obviously what we got on deck here is some updates as far as game pickups. I actually got like some today. In addition to that, we want to talk a little bit about Pokemon, which its Scarlet and Violet trailer had dropped earlier this week, early in the morning. It was like, was it Tuesday? No, it was like Wednesday. Yeah, I think so. Whatever the case might be, that actually did happen, and people were talking a fair bit about that. They also had something in regards to Pokemon, but I'll talk about that like when we get there. She-Hulk episode 4 had dropped, and we've just been watching that, and actually I don't know if anyone else is caught up with it, but I'm pretty sure it's something worth like talking about in regards to just like the whole MCU and how they kind of approach it like in this show. And lastly, what I have written down here is Splatoon 3, and I think that I got a fair bit to say when it comes to that. I'm gonna go ahead and just let Mark know that. Let me just text Mark real quick just to. Well, I guess I really shouldn't, right? Like, what's going on?
All right, I'm back.
Okay, I had no idea where you went. I didn't like you were making me a little delusional for a minute. I was like, what? Why is it taking so long for him to respond? Did something happen? I was gonna text you over Messenger as well.
I mean, I said it on the Discord.
You sent it on Discord? Let me see. Letting the dogs outside real quick. Okay, sorry. See, I've said it before, I don't get notifications at all on Discord. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I do have notifications on. Unfortunately, it's for the wrong channels, and I don't know if there's anything about Because I don't think the DMs get any notification. Well, they don't have anything to mute those, right? Not that I would
Anything
mute them.
anything that's an ad for a message, usually you see.
Add or message. That's so weird because like I just had like unless it's one of those things where like I was muted for a long time or deafened and that somehow gets involved. But yeah, no, it shows that you just sent a message like the past minute, so and then there was Sephi. So yeah,
Yes, she
no.
she cracked the code that I am the one who let the dogs out.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
oh, oh, oh.
How old were you when that song released?
Dude, how old was it? Dude, I was young. I was a little one. I was like, I couldn't have been more than 5.
Hmm.
I was like 4, 5.
Okay. I do remember when that like song was a thing. Granted, I wasn't that like well in tune with just like people and and whatnot, so
I
I
wasn't
only
in tune with people.
well, I couldn't say social media or media because I had no access to that at all.
I don't know, just the way it sounded. Like I wasn't in tune with people.
Anything. I was in tune with much of anything in the outside world, outside the walls of my own home.
I know. That's from what you've told me. I gathered that much.
Mhm. Well, I mean, at the same time, like if you were like 5, then I was like 6, so I wasn't really
Yeah,
doing a
you're
lot.
only
I wasn't really
yeah,
doing a lot.
yeah, because you're like only a year older than I am.
Hmm. So, um, what was it? But yeah, I for some reason, I guess I don't really get those notifications even now. Like, if someone were to send a message right now, I probably won't hear the boop. It's just silent.
You're
So
like, I feel a disturbance.
yeah, so like whenever you know when Chef would try to like call me like after like a Pokemon Direct or whatever presentation, whatever trailer or whatever, I have Discord just like minimized, and I should hear something from that because you know when I'm working and I just have my PC like running in the background, like I hear just notifications on a different channel popping up, but you know when Chef calls me, I don't hear that. It's just gone, and by the time I check back on Discord after stream, it's already too late. So I was
Did
wondering
you
if this
just
might
have everything muted?
not everything muted, um because obviously like when you get, as you were saying, like when you get like an at message, then yeah, for sure, if you get mentioned, um direct messages, sometimes like
For specific people.
I don't know, dude, like I think it's slightly cracked on my end because I get notifications here and there, just not for every single facet of things to the point where I'd actually have to go in and like fine tune it. I've definitely done that before, especially for like one of the bigger Discord servers that I'm in right now. But for everybody else, yeah, it's kind of weird. I get the wrong, like it's weird too because on my phone Discord notifications can be a little bit delayed by like a lot, and then all of a sudden they just like line up at once and it's just like back to back to back to back. It's just one channel or one server. I don't know, it's really weird. I don't feel like looking into that. They'll do what
Channel singular.
I'll look into it like possibly later or not. But what I was trying to do was I was trying to like, well, I'm not gonna like sugarcoat it. I was really biding for time here in case Phil wanted to jump in or when you returned as well. I was just giving everyone just like a general like look as to what we were going to be talking about today. We got some game pickups for this week. We got some Pokemon news. Splatoon 3 is obviously the most fresh thing. She-Hulk, and that's pretty much what I have on the docket so far. But we can get in some like new news just today, and it was sad because like you shared the Assassin's Creed thing. I was like, man, dude, that's a little too
What
late
are you
for me at
talking
this
about?
point.
What are you talking about?
Because aside from the little teaser that you shared, there's I just like looked up to see like what are the news. Specifically, like there's the Code Red one, right? So I watched a little
Which
teaser of that, and I was like, okay, that's really cool. And I was like, oh, it's a mobile game. Ooh.
is it?
Yeah, well, I looked on Twitter because I was also like popping up, but Mirage,
Mirage is the one that's set in Baghdad.
yes. So, I was gonna check that one out, but it's like it's 3 minutes, and this is like as we're trying to like
It's
get
such
this all
a
set.
nice trailer.
Is it? Because I know that Mirage is trying to go back to its old form factor of the original Assassin's Creed games. So I'm really curious as to how they would want to go back to that, but also make things like more streamlined, quality of life improvements, regardless. So I don't know about you, but well, I mean, obviously you've been keeping up with Assassin's Creed. The most recent one I played is really just what was it called?
Origins.
Yes, it was Origins, the one where they actually did decide to go the RPG route, which was
Yeah,
nice, but it was also kind of
it's growing pains.
it was growing pains. It was a little bit rough around the edges for me personally. It was quite an investment into that world, but it was actually really worth it too. Like when I was playing through, I was talking about this when I was testing out on just an odd day. It was xCloud, and they just had that one. I was just playing through it, and despite like some input delays here and there, the world itself is still very beautiful when the bitrate's not going to hell or anything like that. So it's just as far as like, especially since I played through Assassin's Creed 2 like maybe once or twice, maybe 3 times even, and like that game is pretty short. And then Origins, after just like I wasn't really like burning through it, but I was still kind of putting a focus on just getting through like the story, and it took quite a while. I think it took like 50 hours. I was like, whoa,
It is not a short game.
it's huge. But I do like that about it. But then
Odyssey and Valhalla are just as big, if not bigger.
yeah, so I'm looking at those. I'm like, oh boy, dude. Like there is such a thing as like an open world like burnout.
Oh man, yeah, especially if you're trying to rush through it all.
Yeah, it's just that I'm already like on the I'm at like speed 3, or at least I'm trying to. Meanwhile, I can't even like be bothered to sit down and like play some of the games in the backlog at this moment because new stuff just pops up. I'm like, oh, ooh, and then it doesn't help that I just pick up other stuff too. Like these two,
Exactly.
I pick like, oh look, another RPG game. Oh look, is that Dragon Quest 11, which could take hundreds of hours? It sure is. By the way, this is still on Game Pass. I just got it on clearance from Best Buy.
I'm gonna continue Pokemon Sword.
I'm getting. Hey, listen. I have a mission. I'm trying. Like first and foremost, the algorithm loves Pokemon. Like Twitch loves the hell out of Pokemon. So I'm gonna
It just
capitalize
knows
on
that that's
that.
where you're. It just knows that there's a good amount of people that watch you. That's where your audience is at. They happen
Yeah.
to enjoy Pokemon. I mean,
And
I enjoy Pokemon, but I just also know you've got a bunch of games to play.
this is fair. So there's a hard balance to find, and then like Splatoon 3 is like honestly the dopest thing like that I've got my hands on so far. So I'm like, I can't put it down. I just played a couple matches of Splatoon 3, and they're like, and it was all handheld. It was great, except for one connection issue, but I was like at 150. I was like, okay, no, I'm good now. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot in the catalog, and I really should just kind of like sit down and do those. But I guess also not like push it because I don't know. I've been trying to just make sure that I still like enjoy those games, and I don't know. I was also kind of distracted a little bit by one, work, and two, just among other things. I remember just a little quick of a side tangent here. I was watching Maximilian do it again, and he just surpassed like 1 billion views on YouTube.
I saw
And
that. I was like, damn.
that was like impressive. And then I look at my channel, I'm like, oh well. I mean, that's still impressive. Like we've been past like 1 million views total,
Here I
and
say that's like you guys have been there before.
we've been
It's
there
not
for
like
a
anything
while.
you haven't experienced.
But I actually don't know if that's counting all the active videos like on the channel versus anything that was deleted, because back when we were doing reactions we still had those videos up. We definitely had a video that surpassed 1 million views like by
Why would
itself.
you ever get rid of that?
Because like I just want like I've told you before, Chris, I just want to do a cleansing from that.
I know, but dude,
Yeah, I know. Don't, please don't. I already had my downs like earlier this week thinking about that. Please do not bring up the depression.
well, now all I was gonna say was it's just like I can't even imagine having to make that decision because that's such a hard choice.
Well, I guess it didn't help that like once I think of something, I kind of have to do something about that because I can't let
Oh,
it
you
just
know,
sit.
I mean,
So yeah,
technically you could, you just won't.
yeah, but yeah, the problem was is that at the time reactions were kind of like a hot topic as far as like the legalities of it, and as a young and like power hungry like teen to mid adult, yeah, I couldn't really like see or like make a decision on like either or walk like a really good like fine line between them. So I mean, I guess to kind of go over briefly, if I could go back to that kind of stuff, I would have really sat down and talked to myself and say, hey, you kind of need to make a decision here. But I would advise to one, not monetize on any of this. Just be safe. Just don't do that. And second, commit to like a genre. Don't try to do everything. I know how tempting that is, and there's results to that. But just don't do that.
Basically, you tell yourself to pace yourself.
I would say pace myself, and also could always like look for like something very specific. Don't try to like go for like this far-reaching genre that can encompass everything, because reactions still have a place. There's Phil real quick.
They're still pretty popular.
Yeah, so it's I don't know stuff. Hey Phil, we were just we were just talking about the reactions on Dang It for a little bit, and whenever that does
What up, Capron?
whatever the,
Wait, what reactions?
oh, I guess you didn't really know about those. We used to do like a lot of reactions back in the day on YouTube, and it skyrocketed like the channel quite a bit. But due to the issues with them in mind, is such as like, is it okay to do reactions and get monetized by that? Like, I made that decision to just kind of like hard stop that and do a full cleansing. I hear Splatoon in the background, by the way.
Oh, that's me. My bad.
So, but
1 minute.
like, it's one of those things where like, I'm happy that I just made the decision. I made a decision, but it also like it's one of those things where like, oh, you missed out on this and that and this and that, and I guess
What about now?
You're good.
Cool.
yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no. I'm just not really comfortable like touching on that topic all the time because I'm just like, oh, I have like regrets here and there about like how I did that, even though I was still like an adult at the time. Like I could have like done it better, you know.
You were a younger adult.
You know what? Now that you're reminding me, I do remember those. Back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
I did watch a couple of them back when I wasn't even affiliated with Dang It. And yeah, they were pretty fun though.
They were fun.
Yeah, that's how I got here.
Yeah, that's how Bark got here. But you know,
I
a
still
lot.
remember first.
Yeah,
The first video I saw.
yeah, it was a death battle.
Yeah, it was like you remember Bat in the Sun? It was them. Bat in the Sun. It was Deadpool and Domino
jeez.
versus Harley Quinn and Joker. I remember that.
That's still such a dope video.
No, it's still really cool.
The production
Like Bat
was
in the
so.
Sun made great live action fights.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, like if I can go back, I would, because I still believe reactions have a place on YouTube, but you have to be careful about like how you like approach those. I would just advise like never like really monetizing on that kind of stuff because you don't know the full background stuff. AKA like back in the day, it was Team 4 Stars DBZ Bridge. Yeah, just like that's still really cool. I would advise not to. I would have like told myself like don't do those reactions. Don't do
Man.
Those. Also if you come across a guy named Mark, fuck him. All right.
Foul.
I feel it. I feel it.
Absolutely foul.
Okay. I won't get affiliated with that person. Good.
Good.
You're a
Enough
loss,
of him.
honey.
Wow.
Whoa. Fair.
Whoa.
That's fair.
This man said I'm worth more than that.
Bitch.
Bitch.
But yeah. But I guess I was motivated by Maximilian's dude's like video about like, you know, obviously he was doing a Q&A about what to do with like your channel or how to even start up, and like I don't know, that motivated me to like look back on the YouTube channel and really try to like, because I'm already actively still trying to do something about that, just really think about like what I want to do with that channel and just start to like focus on certain things. So what I want to do with the channel is pretty much just to post like things kind of more related towards like group stuff to some level of capacity. But solo stuff isn't like a bad idea, but just also focus on that. And then Twitch is just kind of like solo stuff there too. So, I mean, it's still a work in progress. I just like that history, because I think it got activated. I thought about it because he was looking at some old videos and he was looking at like the most popular videos like made during that time, and obviously some old stuff like came about that, and he was just so like openly accepting of like how it was, because that's just how it was back then, versus me looking back. And then one of the popular things is like the end of reacting, and I'm like oh, so like for me like it hits harder.
Yeah.
I still remember the end of React, dang it, the end of an era.
It
The
was
end of an era.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, well, I don't know what to do with this. Like I have nothing like positive or negative to really say. It's just like it's just there. It's part of the history, so I guess I'll
It
just kind of
happened.
yeah.
Like,
So it's one of those things where like I can't quite let go of the channel and just start anew. I could, but you know, it's kind of really hard to do that.
And reactions came back eventually in the form of discussions.
And that just kind of, well, I mean, that didn't do too well either. So that's still kind of a pending thing too. But reacting, it like still is here in the form of like the manga reads, because yeah, that still is. And there's still like the Pokemon stuff that I do watch, and that's still a lot of fun. So they have a place. It just depends on the content you want to do. Obviously, like to each their own, but I think it also depends on the genre of what you're kind of watching, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah. So I mean, like if you're really big on like music and stuff like that, then obviously like I mean there's a lot of gray areas there by itself, but you can
Oh, dude, there's tons of music reactors.
right. So if that's your thing, then by all means do that like in like the safest way possible, and that'll work. And it's just as so as there was other things like reacting to other people's like personal animations and whatnot. Just be careful about that too, because like it really
Yeah.
is, it really is solely relying, well not solely, but it's also relying on like other people's works, so you have to, it's a place that you have to tread carefully. That's all I could really advise.
Or reacting to someone else's reaction of them reacting to you.
uh
Yes.
that's pretty safe game. They pretty much are asking, they're baiting you to do that.
Honestly, I love it when that happens. I love it when someone reacts to someone reacting to them. I think I just love how like in depth it goes.
I think it's definitely something that like benefits both if it's like in a positive light.
I just want to see how many times they can do that before it gets stale. I want to see how many times you can just react to each other before it
uh
gets stale.
I would say both parties have like 2 attempts to do that, and that's it. It has to stop.
But I feel it. I feel it.
Yeah, so sorry about that. That like
That got a little deep, but hey, you know, I love it.
Yeah.
We love a good deep here.
You want to go what?
My bad. I didn't realize how that was gonna go, but yes.
You know, you just kind of went for it, and I can really respect that. I wish I could tell myself in the past to do that too. We love deep stuff, huh?
I apologize. I apologize for my manly screaming.
Oh yeah.
Who?
But yeah, so that's still kind of pending. I really would love to do more like projects like group orientated. It's gonna be difficult to like align that, but it works. Mark is immediately gonna be the first person to virtually raise his hand though, so
Hi.
keep an eye out. Also pass me, fuck him. Okay.
Well, oh, you know what? I'll be right back. Let me get my pickups for later.
Okay, got you. Because
Yeah.
that would be one of those things. Oh shoot, because there's a whole bunch of other things I'll ask like his take on. But Mark, since Pokemon is a big thing that I was talking about, like as far as Twitch, that I like constantly kind of fall back into. One of those things is Scarlet and Violet that's coming out in November. They had a new trailer that dropped this past week. They had a bunch of stuff covered by it, but I wanted to get your take on it. What'd you think about all that?
I'm definitely looking forward to the new Pokemon. Like, I have friends that are skeptic, and I understand that. But at the same time, I think everything's looking interesting. I definitely am looking forward to seeing what exactly Scarlet and Violet plan on doing for the franchise.
Mm-hmm. I think that what they're showing so far is still really impressive, all things considered, because it is adding like new like stuff into the mix here and there. Well, I mean, maybe not the newest new of stuff. They're showing new characters, of course. Some new mons here and there. As far as features, maybe not as many new features like shown off here, but they were just kind of showcasing like a little bit more about like the content here. Phil, I was just talking about thoughts about Scarlet and Violet's latest trailer this past week.
Thoughts on Scarlet and Violet. I'm buying them, and I'll play it.
Okay.
All right.
I thought the trailer
Beautiful.
was pretty okay. Last trailer was better in my opinion. At showing off a little bit more of the game.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But we did get a lot of details, and my God, those edgy Pokemon, I love them.
You mean the Mega Man Pokemon?
Yeah, yep. I'm getting the dual blade one because I'm playing Violet.
Now you see, I've been debating on which one I'm getting because a lot of the exclusives are making me kind of want Scarlet, even though I was thinking Violet to begin with. So I'm torn.
So I'm buying both, obviously, but I'm going to be playing Violet. Like that's going to be my main one.
I think that might be the same for me. Just starting off, like, go with Violet.
Because if anything, I might actually keep the other versions for streaming purposes. So
that's
the privilege in this stream.
The privilege is so strong.
Jesus.
Don't worry.
That's not privilege. I worked hard for this. He works hard for the money.
It is true. I'll give Phil that. Phil busts his ass.
It's true. I also bust ass too.
Bust? Nice.
I'm about to bust. What? Huh?
Oh lordy, I'm about to bust.
I bust ass too. I'm like, so do I every morning.
What? That's cap. That's cap, Mark.
Had me stay over one time, and you'll realize it ain't.
Whoa! What are you talking about, Mark? Mark, I'm scared for your wedding, dog. I'm excited and scared at the same time.
It's just gas.
What?
Wait, you never heard the term bust ass?
I don't
Scare the
think
fuck out of me.
I'm not sure about that context. No.
But I'm yeah. Pokemon looks good. I'm ready to play it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. The mons are definitely the key thing for me.
It is going to be
very difficult. Really want to know.
It's going to be very difficult to really concentrate on Scarlet and Violet with so many games releasing around it, but I will try my hardest to really like sit there and play it.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how long Bayonetta 3 takes. Which won't take long.
It shouldn't really take too long.
It shouldn't take long, but then God of War is the week before Pokemon, so you know.
Jesus, dude. There's some new gameplay footage like released for God of War. It's
like just released.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like God of War.
It's pretty much just like, you know, the 2018 or 2017 God of War. But
I believe it's 2018. You're right.
Yeah. But just a lot faster, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
it looks like more God of War 2018. That's all I really wanted.
Yeah, it's like, as Max has put it, it's like Doom to Doom Eternal. It's just like, yeah, just crank it up a little bit. It'll be
pretty
fine.
Much. I would say that's a pretty accurate statement. Yes,
but that's still like really good if that's what you're really like looking into. But yeah, no, I'll definitely pick up like Scarlet and Violet. Primarily focusing on Violet. And that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say. Like, I'm just kind of looking forward to seeing like how it's all gonna play out. I'd love to play with other folks though, because of the co-op aspect of it.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm very, I wouldn't say skeptical, but I am curious. I'm curious to see how that actually plays out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess we'll, the elephant in the room, Justin. Yes. How do you feel about that OLED?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna tell you with full disclaimer that it's not because of like my previous past purchasing decisions. But I'm gonna say Splatoon 3 looks better. That's all I gotta say.
I actually am very much enjoying the Pokemon one. Only because I agree that the Joy-Cons look better on the Splatoon one. 100%.
Yeah, that's kind of like.
But I like the back.
That's fair. That's fair.
I like everything around the Switch. So the Splatoon, it's like, this is how I compare them. The Joy-Cons for the Splatoon one look so much nicer. I love that. I love that different, like, vibrant
Yeah.
colors on it. It's beautiful. I can see the green in your screen right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, the thing I like about it is simply because it's a transition from 2 to 3, and you can see that in the colors.
I love it. That is like my 100% my favorite thing about that console or that model.
Yeah.
The
Also,
Pokemon one
Brian?
beats it in every other way, though. I love the dock better on the Pokemon one. I love the idea of like the two legendaries together.
Mm-hmm.
I love the back of the Pokemon, like the actual back of the Switch itself, with like the purple and with the scarlet and violet like color scheme. And then oh that's it, huh? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
There's only really 3 components to a Switch: the main console itself, the dock, and the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's
Yep.
But depending on how you design it, makes all the
Yeah.
difference.
Like, for instance, I love Smash, but I do not really care for the Smash Brothers console itself.
Maybe because it's a very simple
Yeah,
design. isn't
yeah,
it?
it's pretty simple.
It's pretty simple. The dock is cool.
I need to look back on like what the dock looked like. I just remember the
It's
Pro
the
controller.
it's the original 8.
Oh, really?
Nice homage.
It's the original 8. So it's Mario, Link, Donkey Kong, Fox, Pikachu, Kirby, Samus, and Yoshi.
Nice little homage.
I like that.
Yeah. It's on the dock. Yeah, it's really cool. Other than that, yeah, I don't really care about the console though.
Oh, I do see that. Oh yeah, I remember. I really was looking at like the Joy-Con design for. I was like, I mean, I get why they can only do this, but
Yeah, I would say my favorite standard Switch has to be I almost said Splatoon. It's actually going to be Animal Crossing.
oh yeah,
Really, the Animal Crossing.
The Animal Crossing is very nice. It somehow gets a white dock before the OLED ever got one,
oh
Wasn't
yeah,
the OLED silver?
and it's got a really cute like Tom Nook on a boat. It's very cute.
yeah, with his not kids.
Mm-hmm.
Is not kids.
Yeah, and the pastel colors just had like a really nice soft look to it.
Yeah,
It was just pleasant to look at.
but
Also, quick things about Brian. He was saying I had so many sweats in my Splatoon 3 matches last time. I was hot. I got clapped so hard.
I was hot. I love it.
I was playing Splatoon 3 handheld actually earlier today before the podcast, and I was like, you know what, the connection's pretty good. I only had one disconnection like at the end of it, but it was honestly it was pretty reliable too. Obviously,
Nice.
it did downscale to 720. You do see that when you're looking like at far distances, but otherwise, colors are great.
So back when Splatoon 2, are we just going to talk about Splatoon, I guess, right now?
I mean, if that's how the conversation flows, then sure.
Yeah, I was just going to say, back in the Splatoon 2 days, like when we started, I used to actually take my Switch with me to a friend's house, and we would just have them set up like tabletop mode, and we would just play. So
like
I
the
actually don't
trailer.
mind. Yeah, I don't mind the 720p. We would do that for Splatfest. We would all just get together in one room and then just go ham.
See,
So I don't mind the 720p at all. It actually looks really clean, especially on the OLED. I was playing at least one match of it last night.
Yeah, it was really clean when I played it. But yeah, no,
Speaking of which, I'm playing it right now. But yes,
it's a lot of fun. I'm super glad that they had Splatfest as a trial thing. I'm glad that you actually like threw the invite to me. Otherwise, I said on stream that I probably would have just like looked at that and be like, oh, that's cool, and just like moved on.
oh
man, and now
man,
I'm so like absorbed that I do have the Switch mod. I do have the game now, and we just played like 3 hours of it last night, and it was,
yo, we really did though. It was really good.
Mhm. And I was like, Phil, I swear to God, if we see green on any of our territories, even like off the game, it's on site. You know
It's
what
on
I mean?
site.
You know what I mean?
It's on site. Don't mind my green light behind me.
Oh no.
That was on the opposite team.
Bro, speaking of disconnects, I just got one.
Oh no.
This is my first disconnect though out of the entire thing. So
Okay.
I'll say that they're very rare, but they do happen. I guess that's like my one criticism of the game because honestly, it's kind of hard to complain about Splatoon 3 when it's just a better Splatoon than every other game in the series.
Mm-hmm. I
So
just
you're just saying it's the best one.
yeah.
In terms of mechanics, in terms of actual gameplay and actual like balance, yes, it is the best Splatoon in the series. And then also of the little things, the very little quality of life features.
Yeah.
Like for
Basically,
instance,
basically where it counts.
it's where it counts is makes it the best. Now, where I'm saying that's a personal preference is obviously the soundtrack is different. The vibe is different when it comes to certain styles. The story mode is completely different. They're not the same levels.
Okay.
So you have to all take that all into consideration because there's a lot of people that prefer to play Splatoon 1 than 2.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of people. They like the weapons and specials more in Splatoon 1 because they're a little more busted. But at the same time, they like the controls because of the gamepad.
Yeah. All right.
That's something I will say after marathoning Splatoon for a little bit. Wow, those gamepad controls were incredible. They really, in my opinion, they really made Splatoon 1's special.
I feel like motion controls in general from like Wii and Wii U were like pretty just like solid and foundation, and then Switch kind of like takes away from that just a little bit.
It just a bit. I wouldn't say a lot, but yes.
I think.
I don't play with motion, so I know my name is Motion Man, but I don't play with motion in Splatoon.
The betrayal, dude.
Ironic.
It's a
ironic.
Wii joke. It's a Wii joke. Anyways, the point is, without exposing my fraudulence, Splatoon is very good. Three has been very fun so far, and I haven't even played the campaign. So I'm just gonna assume the campaign stuff is gonna be really fun to play through as well.
Ryan, I'm using motion controls. Head ass.
I'm using tilt controls. But I'm confident to say that Splatoon 3 is probably going to be part of my like streaming roster for sure. Oh my god.
Also, to Brian's other note, for navigating through the town, actually, like, I did discover this like earlier today about like how you can really just, aside from like going to the lobby, from the shops, you can really just like rotate between them just with L and R. You don't have to like back out and press like X and then select them. Nah, it's just so streamlined.
That's actually been a thing since Splatoon 1.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's actually been a normal like feature. But overall, I'm expecting big things out of Splatoon 3. I know that they're promising at least 2 years worth of content.
Okay.
So
that's good.
It's going to be 2 years of new maps, redone maps. That's actually one thing I want to touch upon too. They only about 4 or 5 of the maps are new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rest of them are actually returning. However, some of them are so drastically different that they might as well be new maps. They're really just like Mahi Mahi Resort is so different than the original game. It's not even funny. Like
Dolphin Fish Resort.
Wait, what?
Mahi Mahi, also known as a dolphin fish.
Yes. That's actually a reference to Mario Sunshine, but yes.
Nice.
I was gonna say that it has the same structure, but the layout is completely different. So that's really cool to know when you're going into these maps. Most of these are going to be brand new. Most. I know that we played Ink Blob Art Academy last night. That map was the same. They didn't really change much. But I think it's really cool that they're taking newer maps and then kind of remastering them.
Bill, do you know if there's some of those maps that actually have like a day and night like switch-ins?
Day and night.
All of them do. But here's how it works. You only get the night variants when you're playing in the Splatfest.
What the fuck?
Splatfest is exclusively nighttime mode, pretty much.
They found a way to make you play.
Yeah, so for the weekends of Splatfest, I don't even know when the next one is. Should be in a month. All the maps that they choose for that specific mode will all be night.
Damn.
Just in case you want to know.
Man, night mode. I can't believe they locked it behind Splatfest.
Kinda. You can actually explore it if you want to by going into. There's like a mode in this game where you can just run it around the map by yourself and kind of check out everything.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep.
If
you'd like to.
I was gonna say some of these maps like look so drastically different from each other. I think that's
Yeah.
really good. Honestly, like with the setting of this one, knowing like the results of it were because of like the Splatfest from Splatoon 2, I thought everything was gonna just look like that, like a barren wasteland.
Thought that is the most clever thing in the world, by the way. They actually did this with Splatoon 1 as well.
Oh,
Splatoon 2 story mode was determined by the last Splatfest of Splatoon 1. And it's really crazy to think that we live in a world where Nintendo let us determine the story.
that is crazy.
Like,
Like they
'cause,
care,
like-
but they also don't care. It's the weirdest
yeah, because
thing.
I believe the last Splatfest of Splatoon 1 was Callie or Mari. It was Team Callie or
Oh.
Team Mari. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Mari.
yes, that's the joke. Mark, please. The thing is, Team Mari won, if I'm not mistaken, which is why Callie goes missing in Splatoon 2.
Oh,
Yep. And then so the last one in Splatoon 2 was Team Chaos or Team Order. Chaos won.
I wonder what happened if Order won.
This is all questions I ask myself every time. What would have happened if Order won? What would this game look like?
Would it just be like the future? Would it be like I don't know. That sounds wild to think about.
I think it'd be interesting. We may not have gotten Splatsville instead of it being Inkopolis.
Hmm.
We may have gotten something else. I really don't know. I
Splatopia.
really don't know.
Inktopia.
Inktopia. Zoot. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
Heyo.
Ayo.
Hey, yo, pause.
The only thing I asked Splatoon 3 to do, and I hope they get some of the licenses to do it, is to have more Splatfests like Splatoon 1. I don't know if you knew about some of those Splatfests they did in Splatoon 1, but they were like really cool licensing deals. Like there was Team SpongeBob versus Team Patrick.
Oh, you know what? They could do it.
That was a thing back in Splatoon 1, but Splatoon 2 kept it safe. It was like Team Mayonnaise or Team Mustard or like all that stuff. I don't know.
Team Mustard.
I remember there being a Team Pokemon Blue and a Team Pokemon Red.
No, that makes a lot of sense.
That was a really cool one. Everyone wore Blastoise or Charizard shirts.
That's so sick.
There was that, and then I remember there being a tie-in with Squid Girl, the anime.
Oh, no, maybe that isn't like I was gonna think like was that just fan art I just saw, or is that a legitimate thing? Because that makes too much sense.
That was a legitimate thing. Yes.
That's funny. I like that. And then Splatoon 2 is over here like shorts on, then like socks and shoes on, or is it socks and shoes one and then shorts on?
Or socks and slides.
Cereal then milk, or milk then cereal?
Yeah, that's pretty much what was Splatoon Splatfest, or Splatoon 2 Splatfest.
Cereal then milk. What kind of question is that?
Listen,
people do it. It's weird. Wait, no, I'm
cereal
sorry.
milk or cereal and orange juice?
Wait a minute.
It's always cereal then milk.
Thank you. Okay, I want to make sure we were clarifying that.
What if I was on the opposite side of the team?
Then I think why I would want you to explain why.
Phil no longer wants to be associated.
Sorry, I had to go pour cereal then milk. All right.
Like what makes you do this?
What makes you do this? What makes you tick?
Listen, some like cereal brands like tend to have issues when it comes to milk in the sense that like they have hard curvatures that point it up. So when you pour the milk, sometimes that milk kind of splats out. So
I get it, splat.
Yeah. See, still part of the topic, right? So if you pour the milk in first and you put the cereal, it won't splash at all. There will be no risk of that. Listen, you get to choose when it gets soggy.
You get to choose when it gets soggy.
This podcast has become a war, a battle zone, really.
The next Splatfest, actually.
Jesus Christ! Wait, no. Remember, wait a minute. We should at least talk about the big change in Splatfest this time around. It's going to be 3 choices, not 2.
Oh yeah, because they got 3 representatives now instead of just 2.
The band in this game that is like the host of the game, the MCs, is a 3-person MC. It's a Shiver, Fry, and Big Man.
Big Man. AA.
Is it II or AA? Oh, it's AA. Yeah, you're right.
hey, and he's like, listen, everybody, everyone has a freedom of choice to choose, but I'm always right.
But yes, I am in love so far with Splatoon 3.
Yeah, me too. It sucks though because I have the backlog. I was just talking to Mark about this, and I was like, I have this backlog, and Splatoon's here. I got another game pickup right here. It's another RPG surprise, and it's just
Yeah. Are we doing game pickups right now?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go first since I'm in this match.
Okay. I'll start with the elephant in the room. Obviously, it's Splatoon 3 right here.
Oh no!
No
way,
way!
dude.
What the? What?
That's
what?
so crazy.
That's
How'd you?
wild, bruh.
They made a 3?
Why don't you show off its matching console?
It's matching console. I'm glad you asked. You didn't even ask. Take a
Damn.
look. It's the new edition. It has the full grip on it, so mind that.
Splatoon 3 and the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Switch
Switch
OLED
edition console. It's honestly the greatest, prettiest thing I've ever had. The privilege of opening, but there's that. I am sad by Pokemon, but that's a different story.
That's a different story for another day.
Another day. I'm not. I'll let you know. I'm not desperate for another thing of that.
And as soon as you actually get this, you just got this, right? Watch in a couple weeks to a month, we're gonna see, and look at this new Scarlet and Violet Switch.
I'm just like, oh, well, decisions were made.
You're just gonna sit there like,
I'll contemplate with a big sigh, and then I'll just have to rationalize the fact that I own one and I should not get another. I'm not gonna be that big of a collective person. Or a collector.
I feel it.
Listen,
it feels like I'm gonna do it.
Listen, if Phil does it, that'd be really dope. So we can like put them side by side and we'll take photos.
I will not because I have an OLED. Thank you very much.
It'd be a shame if something happened to that OLED, you know.
Please don't. I don't want to even think about my OLED being broken.
For me to transfer again? Ain't no
time.
way.
In due time.
Oh no, not this collection ever again. That took 2 days, 48 hours to transfer everything.
Oh, it's so bad. It's not as bad if you know, just transfer save data. Or even that, like, you don't even need to worry about that either. You just have to make sure, like, those backup saves on the cloud are up to date. And then you can just download it back. But otherwise, if you have any, like, digital stuff, that sucks.
Thanks.
Or DLC. DLC does it too.
Hey.
Boy.
I really was. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, I love my OLED. It's really good.
Yeah.
I love my OLED.
I'll give it a big hug if I would, but I don't want to break it.
I'm gonna break
it. Give it a hug if I would, but I don't want it to break.
But let me this is the only other game that I picked up. It was Dragon Quest 11. Best Buy had like a clearance on it, and I just had a $5 certificate, so I just like trimmed it down to like 15. It's pretty much just a month of Game Pass.
Is that Dragon Quest 11S?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I had to desperately look for that. I was like, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
You're like, oh.
That's what's up. S is really good. I have it on Switch, but yes.
Oh, Brian.
That's a good pickup.
Oh yeah, so real quick before Brian needed to go off and study, he was saying that, oh, you guys were talking about game pickups, but I do have an album pickup. Beyonce's new album a month ago.
Oh my God, I knew it. I knew he was gonna do it.
I also very much enjoy music, so I'm down to hear.
He picked up the new Beyonce album.
Bruh.
Oh, it's Queen Bee.
Look at this tactic. Told her shop that something was wrong with my CD. There wasn't. So they sent me a new one today. So you can keep one sealed.
This guy.
This man just cheated the system. He said so.
I get it though. I get it.
He played the system to his advantage.
That's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. But I can't. Yeah,
Huge dubs. Huge dubs. Good job.
huge dubs. All right, you ready for my pickups then?
No. So we're gonna end the podcast here.
Honey,
I hurt myself
a day
today.
to see if I still feel.
Feel.
What do I just say? It said like, nah, that's okay,
on
Phil.
the pain.
No, it's okay. Let's go on.
The only thing that's real. And you could
Oh,
have
Mark,
it
please.
all.
The copyright.
I can barely even recognize what that is.
Oh my god.
My empire of dirt.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna be shocked to know what I just picked up, and it's crazy. Nobody
Johnny
knows.
Cash?
What is
No,
it?
what, Mark? What? Anyways, nobody knows this top secret game I picked up, but it's Splatoon 3, baby.
Honestly, only thing that would make that funnier is if I legit saw you spike those headphones. I would be crying.
It's Splatoon 3, baby. We in there. We in the money. We picked up the game. And yeah, it's great. I'm loving the game so far. I just finished the match on it. But the other two pickups that I have, let's start with this one.
I try my best, Brian. Thank you.
Let's do Pac-Man World.
Nice.
Repack. I got Pac-Man
Repack.
World Repack. It is a remaster of the original Pac-Man World for PS1.
Oh my god.
So I played a little bit of this on stream, and I will say this: there's a reason it's $30.
It's $30. Super cheap.
It is a good game if you're buying it, and if you want something fun that's like a quick 3D platformer, it's a good game.
I like
30 bucks.
platformers.
Yeah, it's a cheap like pickup, and it's not bad for that price. Just know what you're getting into. It is a PS1 platformer that only is graphically updated. The music isn't even updated, and but the actual level structures are the same. There's only a couple of cool differences, like when he turns when he gets the ghost or the pellet. Sorry, when he gets the power pellet, he turns into classic Pac-Man, which is not in the original. That's actually kind of cool.
Okay. Ooh.
And then this is the new family. The not Miss Pac-Man.
Not Miss Pac-Man.
He's got a second family.
He's got a second. Oh wait, Justin, do you not know about this?
A little bit. I know that there's some like weird copy like laws or just laws in general about.
I believe that you know that Bleem thing, like that those like weird controllers you see at like Walmart.
No,
that have like games built into it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. They at games. That's what the company's called. AT Games, like at games. They own the rights to Miss Pac-Man. For some weird reason, they own those rights, and they won't sell them to Namco. To Bandai Namco, so they can't legally use the name Miss Pac-Man or the character. So they changed her in Pac-Man Museum to Pac Mama.
Mama.
And they actually got rid of almost all his entire family. The only character they kept was Professor Pac and the Pac dog.
Please tell me Pac Mama just has like massive boobs.
No. No.
Have you seen Pac-Man?
As soon as you said Pac Mama, I don't know why. That just what came in my head and made me laugh my ass off.
Well, it's Pac Mama now and not Miss Pac-Man. And so Pac Mama and Baby Pac and Pac-Man Jr. They're all a little different.
Hey yo, Pac Mama, what we playing tonight?
Well, they're in this game now too. They're in this remaster. The only thing I can say is Bandai and Namco is funny, right? We get games like Digimon Survive and Elden Ring, but then all of a sudden they want to remaster games like Pac-Man World and Klonoa. Let's go. I'm all in.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm all in.
Out here making moves.
Now, Bandai Namco, please Pac-Man World 2. Please Pac-Man World 2. That is the best game in the series. I will stand by that rule.
And they still aren't done because they just released JoJo, and we should be expecting.
Oh, yo, I want to pick that up so bad.
And we should be expecting Tekken 8 at the Game Awards.
Nah, it's not gonna be the Game Awards. It'll
I
be at
don't know,
Evo.
man. The Game Awards has been
Like
hinting at it
Evo
heavily,
next year? Like
Yeah,
then-
Evo next year.
especially because the Game Awards tweeted out soon with the picture of Kazuya. I was like, oh,
Yeah, get ready.
Get ready. But the
Next
next
year.
pickup. So the next pickup is a little one that's near and dear to my heart. I actually own almost all the games on this collection physically,
It's Bratz.
but I had. You already know. You already fucking know. I don't even know why I'm explaining this. No, now granted, I'm not like super into the cartoons that we're about to talk about. I think they're
Okay.
cool, but I'm not super into it, and I just know them mostly for the video games. So when they said that there's going to be a collection of this, I had to get it. There's no actual reason why I shouldn't have this in my collection. That is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection.
Nice.
This is I never thought I'd see the day where Konami's name is on a Turtles game again. I really never thought I would see this. So this is already a rarity on its own. But
oh, I was thinking of Shredder's Revenge. That's what I was thinking of.
no, Shredder's Revenge is coming. I got it through limited run.
Of course you did.
Of course, duh. But this is the Cowabunga collection. So this is not So Shredder's Revenge is is inspired by all of these. This is 13 games included in this collection.
That's crazy.
All
13.
of them published by Konami, and they're all the 8-bit and 16-bit games. So the games that you're looking at, I'm just gonna run through them real quick.
Okay.
You're looking at the original 1989 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the arcade. Great game. It still holds up pretty well, if not a bit dated, but it's still really good. That game definitely wants your money.
Yeah.
TMNT. I'm just gonna call it TMNT because it's easier to just go through them. TMNT Turtles in Time for the arcade. Once again, that's a 10 out of 10 game
That's
in my
goated.
opinion. That's a goated game, and the soundtrack still holds up. Slaps. Great game. Ran it 4 players the other day with some friends. Really good. Let's see.
I'm looking at limited run games right now, and I'm assuming Anaya will probably pick up the River City Girls 2.
Yes, he
physical
already messaged me and said he got it.
And also,
Damn.
they're doing Knights of the Old Republic 2.
I have Knights of the Old Republic 1 pre-ordered through them. So yeah, they're gonna do 2 as well.
Nice.
And I've noticed that they're also doing Doom right now.
Doom Eternal, I have that pre-ordered as well. Anyways, the point
What about
is,
Shantae, Phil? Is
Yeah, I
Shantae
do.
pre-ordered?
I'm not pre-ordering the PS5 versions because I have them on Switch.
But you're saying this, I was going to say, you're saying the Switch one you already own.
Yes, through them.
So they did. They're
Anyways.
just doing it again, essentially.
Yes, but for PS5.
Did you get the River City Girls 2?
Not yet.
I love how
I-
just
I
everything
will.
on here, Phil.
I will.
Everything on here, Phil has.
No, any of the numbered titles I have.
Mhm.
Any of the actual numbered titles I have.
Yeah.
The ones that are not numbered, I kind of skip over. It depends on the ones I want.
Yeah, and also the platform.
Yes, that one as well. So far, Mark, you'll be proud of me. I have 2 of their Xbox releases so far.
Hey.
Nice.
I picked up Doom 64 because I literally am a psychopath and I need Doom on every console. And Day of the Tentacle remastered.
I
Okay.
did hear that they finally started doing stuff with Xbox.
Yes. And since both Doom 64 and Day of the Tentacle are both first party games, limited run, please, if you're going to do an Xbox release, I want Battletoads so bad.
That
So
would be
fucking bad.
that would sell a lot, actually.
Actually, that's going to be a good segue for later. But before I keep going, let me go over this quick collection. TMNT Arcade, TMNT Turtles in Time. Those are the 2 arcade games I got put in. Fantastic. And they're arcade perfect to an extent. The original game has to change the original theme because they don't, the licensing, whatever.
Licensing.
But it's still good. It's good enough. It's still there. It's still high quality. The rest of the soundtrack is still intact. That's fine. Then you have the NES games. You have TMNT. Still, it's not as bad as some other games on the NES, but man, that game is still brutal. The game is fucking tough, even though it's got good music. TMNT 2, the arcade, that's what it's called. It's a port of the arcade game on an NES, and you'll be surprised that it actually plays pretty well for an NES game. Justin, you and I actually played a little bit of it on an actual NES the other day.
Yeah, that was wild.
That version's really cool. The best Turtles game on the NES, in my opinion, TMNT 3, the Manhattan Project. It's a unique beat 'em up exclusive to the platform. Great game. And then Tournament Fighters, which I don't know if you guys know this, but the NES has a 2D 1v1 fighting game, and it's that one.
Mm-hmm. I
It
saw
is
I saw a little bit of that.
it is also the most expensive game on this collection. It is like a $250 purchase if you want to get a physical copy. I do not have that.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
Another
there's that.
you.
Yep. For Super Nintendo, you have what is arguably, in my opinion, and also a lot of people's opinion, the best Turtles game, period. And that is TMNT 4 Turtles in Time, which is a port of the arcade game, but it has more music, more levels, and the music on the SNES sound chip sounds really good, in my opinion.
Okay.
It slaps. It slaps. And then you have Tournament Fighters for Super Nintendo, which is a different game than the one on NES.
Hmm.
And that one is actually considered by the fighting game community as actually viable. Like, people do play that. They actually play that game in tournaments. I've seen it at Evo. It is fucking nuts.
Jesus.
That game actually has rollback netcode on this collection. That game actually legitimately implemented only for that game, though. It has rollback.
Oh my god.
We'll get to the internet stuff soon. For the Genesis, you have TMNT, the Hyperstone Heist,
Hmm.
which is an interesting mismatch of being in the Turtles in Time engine, but having its own unique levels. So it's its own game.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
good. It's not as good as Turtles in Time, but it's good. And then you have another version of Tournament Fighters, which once again is not the same as the Super Nintendo version or the NES version. It is its own separate game. It is, in my opinion, the worst of the three, but it's got its charm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like trying to play really bad fighting games. That's what it is.
Okay.
Like something like Shaq Fu.
Yeah. Okay.
The shade thrown at check foo.
Hey man. And then
All right.
for the Game Boy, because for some crazy reason there are Game Boy games in this
Game
collection.
Boy.
You have TMNT, The Fall of the Foot Clan, which is the first game. Kind of a walk to the right, kind of kill enemies, make it to the end.
Confirm Game Boy games on everything.
It's right. And then TMNT 2, which is back from the sewers. Yeah, back from the sewers.
Hmm.
Again, another from left to right walking and then getting to the end of the stage. And then the biggest surprise, in my opinion, one I want to actually spend more time in, is the third Game Boy game. TMNT 3 Radical Rescue is a Metroidvania by Konami on the Game Boy.
Whoa.
I had no idea that game existed until I played it on this collection. Think of Castlevania like Symphony of the Night, but on a Game Boy, and it's Turtles.
Hmm.
I'm really down with that game. I don't know why. It's really good. So that's the biggest surprise. But that collection's really good. 13 games. Here's the online things. Let's defeat the elephant in the room for this collection right here, right now.
Okay.
If it's not Tournament Fighters for SNES, the online sucks. It's not stable. I hope they fix it. I hope they actually go in to figure out what's wrong. But if it's not Tournament Fighters, it is not stable. And there's only 4 games you're allowed to play online out of the 13. You're only allowed to play both the arcade games, Hyperstone Heist for Genesis, and then Tournament Fighters for Super. That's it.
Hmm.
They did that because those are the fan favorite ones. So, yeah. But other than that, I think personally, I love this collection. It's like, Mark, you would be so intrigued by just looking through the documents and stuff. They added all of the original documents for the games in this collection. And I'm talking about the work documents. Like, you can literally see how they designed everything, where they placed stuff, how they purposely thought how to look into certain things. Everything's in here. Every soundtrack is accessible. They even have cartoon stills from
Bruh.
4 of the different seasons, like 4 of the different iterations of the Turtles. They even have magazine ads for the games. They're all in there. They even went as far as to scan all of the box art and the manuals so that they're all in the game.
Word.
Wow.
And then on top of that, they created a new strategy guide. Like they kind of like it looks like Nintendo Power. It's really cool.
Okay.
They created it for the game so that, like, let's say you're playing TMNT 1 on NES, you can look up the strategy guide and it's there, and it literally shows you step by step on how you think you can beat it, and gives you tips.
That is wild.
This collection is nuts. I really enjoy it, but man, they need to fix the online. That's all it is. That's my only complaint. Other than that, it's worth the $40. Especially with local play. Local play is cool. Or having 4 people in this one room playing through the arcade games is fun.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I don't have any more pickups for the next 3 weeks, so.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. My next 2 pickups should be Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero,
Yeah. Okay.
and then Bayonetta 1.
Wait, no. Right. Bayonetta 1. Damn, I should probably get that one too. Okay. If there's a copy of Bayonetta 2 just somewhere out in the ether, then that'd be great too. But you know.
But yeah.
Also limited run.
Speaking of,
please send my games.
Speaking of transitions, though, I said it earlier because Mark brought it up as a transition. What were we talking about when limited run? Doom, 64, Battletoads. Oh, Battletoads. There you go. Did any of you watch the Disney and Marvel showcase yesterday?
I could not, but I heard stuff.
I think the show was presented well.
Presented well. Okay.
It wasn't badly presented. Everything is back to back. Everything flowed well. Good. That's how a show should be. I like the show presentation itself. That was great. There was only 2 announcements I gave a shit about.
Were they in montage?
God, don't even get me started on that. Where are I at? No, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go on that rant. How the fuck did you think that people weren't going to expect those 3 specific titles in this showcase, and then you just throw them in a montage? Seriously?
I don't know what they are.
They threw Star Wars Jedi Survivor,
Ooh, okay.
Kingdom Hearts 4,
Ooh.
and Marvel Spider-Man 2 in a montage. They didn't even actually talk about it. They threw 2 seconds of each game.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Nah, they don't. Nah, y'all wouldn't care about that. So of course we put in them.
Those are the 3 biggest Disney property games right now. And look, it's actually kind of interesting that all 3 of them are from the each like corner. One's Star Wars, one's Marvel, one's Disney. Like that's actually kind of cool. But disregarding that, the show itself was kind of like the games that they presented were kind of whatever. I'm sure Mark might have different opinions on certain things, but before revealing the 2 I liked, Mark, what's your opinions on Marvel's Midnight Suns?
I really liked the reveal trailer. It looked interesting. I just haven't seen enough on it to
They showed gameplay on it yesterday.
Oh.
Well, I told you I have not seen anything from yesterday.
Yeah, they showed gameplay, and it's going to be exactly what I thought it was. It's XCOM, but the actual attacks are card-based.
Card-based. Okay.
They are
card-based. You have a deck of cards, and it is random, and that's how you can proceed with attacks.
I mean, interesting gimmick. Maybe I can't exactly say. I don't know if it'll be good or not.
Yeah, the release date has been confirmed. It is making it this year, even after the delay. It's going to be December 2nd.
Like, interesting gimmick. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure.
Unfortunately, that game is going to be completely overshadowed by the fact that the Callisto Protocol is that same week. But hey, what do I fucking know?
F.
Then they announced a lot of mobile games.
A lot of mobile games I heard.
A lot of fucking mobile games for no reason. An Avatar mobile game.
Oh.
Which Avatar?
Like James Cameron's Avatar.
A mobile game?
Yes.
Just
a battle royale third-person shooter.
Ain't no way.
To be precise.
No way.
However, let's actually talk about one of the things I saw.
Okay.
They did show a very small fraction, but they did show Ubisoft's Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. They actually did show it.
Oh.
It's an open world action game. That's all they really said.
Oh. Is that it? Oh.
That was really, they
'Cause I
didn't show
like-
much.
I like the look of the game.
Yes. I'm going to follow the game a little closer.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't Ubisoft it up.
They will.
Because I mean,
know.
from the trailer they had was in engine, I believe, and it looked beautiful.
So we'll see. But I was gonna mention that it was Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and 20th Century Fox. All of those like properties were shown there.
Oh yeah, because Fox and them are part of each other now.
Yeah, they showed the new Alien strategy game a little bit more.
Strategy game. Aliens.
Yeah.
Was Aliens owned by Fox?
Yes,
Whoa.
Disney owns Aliens.
What's that aliens game called? Do we know? Okay.
Oh, they did announce a Tron game, Tron Identity.
Oh, I did
Good
hear about that.
God, it's been
It's
a
a-
hot minute since you've heard.
It's a visual novel. Mark left.
I left for comedy's sake.
Ooh, wow.
It's
wow.
a visual novel. Now, everybody in the chat and everybody watching, I do not hate visual novels.
Mm,
Oh,
Flip
no,
it.
I
Flip it.
I
here's the
actually quite enjoy visual novels. I am a
here's the
big
thing.
fan of stuff like Danganronpa, AI, the
Yeah.
Somnium Files, stuff like that.
Here's the thing. I only left for the funny. Honestly, I like visual novels as well. I think they're fun. Just left because it was funny.
But no,
It
I
was
don't
really
think
funny.
Tron
It was
being
so,
a
it was so
I don't think
unexpected.
Tron being a fucking visual novel is funny. That's not a good idea for Tron. I wanted to run around this cybernetic world.
I want to ride that bike, bruh.
Here's a run. I think you mean ride.
Sure, whatever.
I want to throw discus.
I wanted to have a really cool action game set in the Tron universe. That would have been so cool. And yet they decided a visual novel was the way to go.
Have you played Kingdom Hearts 2?
Don't give me that crap. Don't give me that crap. Because you could have said Dream Drop Distance and said Legacy as well. I want Daft Punk to do the soundtrack again.
Don't give me hope. Who's gonna do the music?
But they started the show with that, by the way. They said world premiere, and it wasn't even any visuals. They just showed the disc. It said Tron Identity. It said new game coming soon.
Tron Identity.
Yeah. Now
That
the
is really
one
funny.
game I'm gonna before, like I said, before I reveal the two, I'm actually excited for.
Okay.
There was one game that everybody wanted to see. It's been one that's been hyped up for years at this point. One that everyone knew that was gonna be there.
Wait, is it Bugs Life 2, the video game?
How did you fucking know?
Damn, do I was a fan of the PC game?
Oh my god. No. The game has a lot of clout behind it.
Okay.
It's supposed to be this very big game it's gonna be a big ass AAA Marvel game. And
Is
they
it like an Iron Man game?
no, they dropped it and it doesn't even have a title. Not even actual gameplay.
Just an actual. Just know it's a Marvel game.
Hmm.
Yeah. So here's the situation. This is the Marvel game that is being written by Amy Hennig,
Who?
the lady who wrote who used to work for Crystal Dynamics and wrote a lot of the earlier like Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver games.
Okay.
You may actually know her for writing Uncharted.
Oh.
And then she's
Okay.
also was in works doing a Star Wars game before EA canned that studio.
You mean,
Ooh.
wait. You mean like the one that's supposed to be like with the one we had like a small trailer for?
Yes.
It's supposed to be like you're supposed to be like kind of like a what's it? You were supposed to be kind of like an outlaw.
You mean 1313 or?
No, not 1313.
or Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
1313. No, but it's the one just you're an outlaw. She was supposed to be writing that, and then they canned it.
Damn.
I remember like everyone was really hyped about that, and they said nope.
So she's a big deal. She's a big name in the gaming industry. So like she's the one writing this game. So everyone's like, oh shit, it's gonna be fucking huge. They didn't even give us the title. They just CGI'd it. The only details that we know, it is set in World War II. You play as 4 characters: Captain America, Black Panther, a Wakandan spy.
Okay.
I don't remember the name. It's not a major character, and a soldier. Again, not Winter Soldier, just a normal basic dude.
A regular soldier? Not
Regular
like
ass soldier.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say. Everyone was very
And-
disappointed by that reveal.
I'd just be confused at that point.
Everyone was very disappointed.
Okay.
And me included. I was like, yo, finally, we're going to see this game. You know, we didn't get Kingdom Hearts, we didn't get Star Wars Jedi, and we didn't get Marvel Spider-Man 2. But at least we got this. And then, yeah.
I'm sorry. Well,
But-
I had to go do something for a second. What was it now?
It's real quick, it's set in World War II.
Okay.
The 4 main characters you play as is Captain America.
Okay.
Black Panther.
Okay.
A Wakandan spy.
Okay.
And a regular ass soldier.
How are they gonna do this without Wolverine? He's legit in every war.
No, it's not Wolverine. They actually gave him a name. I just don't remember the name. It was very generic.
But I'm
But
just
as far
saying,
as
like,
why they excluded him, I don't know.
Like when you said it would be a war, I was like, oh,
World War
clearly.
II.
You'd think Captain America, like you said, and Wolverine, like those two characters first are the first things that come to my head.
Yes. Oh, also, I forgot they did put Marvel's Wolverine in like the sizzle reel as well. Thank you.
Ooh, that game does look really good.
They didn't even show much.
But yeah,
I know, but from what they have seen.
I cannot determine if the game is good if they don't show me anything, Mark.
Hey.
At least with Spider-Man 2, it's a sequel to a game that is good.
Yeah, so there's more promise.
The cinematic trailer was amazing.
As far as we know, like Insomnia, it's like gotten like a really good track record,
Yeah.
so it should be good on paper.
Apologies.
So we'll
the
see.
4 games that everybody wanted to see were in the sizzle reel. My bad.
And of course, I can't play it.
But don't worry, they ended the show with a mobile game.
Oh, thank God. You know?
My man just whipped.
To be fair, I think Disney actually really thinks this is a big deal because of the... Okay, it's the new mobile game developed by Niantic.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Yeah, right.
That's why. That's why. It's a Marvel's Clash of Superheroes.
Ah.
It is developed by Niantic, as in the team who made Pokemon Go.
Oh, Niantic.
Yeah, so that is why I'm assuming Disney thinks this is a big deal.
Thanks.
Other than that, they showed like Disney Speedway or the Speedstorm, whatever the racing games.
Yeah, the racing game.
That fucking Animal Crossing ripoff, Dreamlight Valley, that people think is good. I don't know.
Listen,
it's on Game Pass if you want to try it.
I know. I've been seeing my brother play it.
What do you think?
I mean, I've been seeing him play. Doesn't mean I've been watching him play it.
All right, good to know. They showed little things here, but let's finally like stop beating around the bush. The 2 games that I was really excited for, one of them doesn't even show gameplay, so I'm just gonna name it right now.
Okay.
They didn't show gameplay, but they announced it, and I was like, you know what? All right, they're gonna remaster the original Gargoyles from Sega Genesis.
Ooh.
And I don't know how that's gonna look. I don't know. They didn't show anything. They just dropped it. They were like, oh yeah, Gargoyles remastered. Yeah, it's happening.
Okay.
And I was like, oh. Alrighty then. That's pretty cool. I lied. There's 3 things. Return to Monkey Island.
Which one?
Everybody forgets that that's a Lucasfilms game, so technically that's Disney.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
And
So
it's part of the Sea of Thieves universe.
Yes, they actually did show that off. That game looks good. I mean, I know people are complaining about the art style. I don't care. If the game has good story, come on. It's a Monkey Island game, man. It's a Monkey Island game. If you've never played a Monkey Island game, those are fantastic games. They're really good point and click adventure style games. Great games.
Return to Monkey.
And my favorite announcement, 100%. This is like, I was like, whoa, this looks sick. What the fuck? It's called Disney's Illusion Island.
That one?
Yes.
Okay.
The illusion is the island is not really there.
No, it is the game being developed by Delala Studios, the same team who made Battletoads, the new one.
The illusion is the game is actually not real.
The illusion is that One Piece is not real.
And it looks like to have a really crazy Disney looking art style, like kind of like the modern Mickey Mouse cartoons look.
Kinda.
It's a Switch exclusive, and it's a 4-player platformer.
It did have like a lot of Rayman like vibes.
Yeah, it has a lot of Rayman Origin, Rayman Legends vibes. It looks really cool. I will say that the Illusion Island name kind of gives it a bigger bigger expectations out of that game. They should not have called it Illusion if they were really going to commit to it. There's a reason for that. Anytime you put Mickey Mouse and the words illusion in that series, all the gaming community has bigger expectations. Because you're talking about stuff like Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse on the Genesis. You're talking about World of Illusion. You're talking about Land of Illusion, Legend of Illusion. Those are all fantastic Disney games.
Epic Mickey.
And then there's Epic Mickey and Epic Mickey 2.
Well, we can get into that soon. But yeah, I can name you my favorite Mickey games. The point is that game looks really cool. It's a Switch exclusive, comes out next year, and it's developed by the same team who did the new Battletoads.
That's wild.
I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, that was my favorite announcement. I was like, yo, this game looks sick. I can't complain.
All right. I thought that, yeah, I did see like a little bit of that trailer, and I was like, it does look a lot like the current cartoon that we see like posted on YouTube, and also it does have the Rayman Origins / Legends vibes to it. So I'm curious. It
definitely does.
And the fact that it was actually like to see Switch or Nintendo post that on their channel as a trailer, I was like, this is crazy.
It shows you that Nintendo really does they want that clout, like they want that Disney clout. They're obviously always willing to work with Disney because they've published Disney games before, way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And even on 3DS when they did Disney Art Academy.
Oh, yeah.
Or when they published both of the Disney Magical something I forgot the name of the game. Enchanted something.
Yes, Disney Magical something. Enchanted something, yes.
Yeah. They published both of them for the 3DS. They were published by Nintendo, so.
My cousin's wiener dog is licking my Xbox controller. Thank you for cleaning that for me, sweetie.
Gross.
Is it an Elite?
No.
Then clearly that dog has no taste.
She is now licking my blanket.
You can lick this Elite controller. It needs to be cleaned, actually.
Oh my god. Anyways,
honestly, she is a living Roomba. You don't have to worry about crumbs on the floor with this one.
What's the next topic?
You say the same thing about Bezo as well.
Yeah.
A little too much.
She's my dog. She's my dog, so I know she has no taste. Anyways.
So what if you drop a crumb or something on the floor, is she there in like a second?
No, she goes after phantom crumbs.
Because that's this dog. This dog, if she even hears a tiny little speck of something hit the floor, she just goes and grabs it.
What's the next topic? Is it Ubisoft?
Actually, I guess it should be because that's some pretty hot news right now.
Ubisoft.
That just happened. I'm gonna have to look up an actual list of what got announced. I saw Just Dance.
Oh, I'm so hyped for that. Oh my god, dude. Sorry.
The only notable thing about Just Dance, I'm gonna tell you right now. The only notable thing is and this is really funny, right?
Okay.
It's actually next gen only.
That's what?
It is going to be released exclusively on PS5, Series X, and Switch. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Which is weird because I swear, even the more recent Just Dances somehow still came out on the Wii.
Oh my, never mind. I just saw the Just Dance release right now. It is a digital only release on Switch.
Uh-huh.
I assume it's gonna be of course you're gonna have to have it docked.
Oh my god, it's a digital only release on all consoles.
Oh. Whoa.
Dance pad.
I'm looking at the box art right now for every single version, and it says voucher included.
Huh. Does it include a dance pad?
No, it's Just Dance. You dance with the controllers.
Or you can
How
also
are you gonna do that on Xbox and PlayStation?
Xbox. Oh, there's a phone app.
What the fuck?
And you hold.
PlayStation uses the PlayStation camera, and then Xbox uses a phone app.
We would use Kinect, but
it back in the day it did use Kinect.
Demo. That's not.
R.I.P. Kinect.
Rest in peace.
Okay, so we have. Here's what I'm looking up right now. What I'm seeing. Before we jump into Assassin's Creed, obviously, Just Dance 2023. You already know what it is. Skull and Bones.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't look bad.
Man, I do not care about that game.
I know you don't care. I know you don't care. I'm just saying it doesn't look bad though.
Good lord, man, I just don't care anymore. I apologize. If everybody actually is going to play it, that sounds cool. It's fine.
You know, just considering
Yeah.
that it's based off of like, or at least inspired by the mechanics of like Assassin's Creed, like sailing. I mean,
Oh, it's very much inspired by Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
so I mean,
Three is where the boats came from. But
Well,
yes.
3. I think it's like 3 and 4. Because 3 like introduced them, but 4 capitalized on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Oh, I do remember seeing this. It's actually pretty cool. Have you guys ever played a series of games called Trackmania?
I've heard of it.
It's pretty fun. They're pretty fun racing games. There's going to be a brand new one that is free to play. Coming to Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PS5, PS4.
Hmm.
So I'll check it out. I do like the older Trackmania games.
I'll take a look at that.
But let's be honest. The biggest thing they had at the show was Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Hell yeah, dude!
Ah.
Let's go.
They ended the show with that apparently.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yes. It was just a quick trailer. I'm just gonna mention it because I am very looking forward to that game. That is my most hype Ubisoft release this year, and I'm very much ready to play it. But let's do Assassin's Creed, right? Let's talk about the actual big elephant in the room. Where do we start? Do you want to just start with Mirage?
Let's start with Big Boy Mirage first.
Mirage comes out next year. It takes place in Baghdad. You play as a young Basim before he was introduced in Valhalla.
Yes.
It's narrative driven back to the roots of the original series.
Yep, you can tell because all their outfits are very similar to that of Altair's.
Yes. And then heavy focus on stealth and assassinations, and historical characters will be part of the game as well. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, the game looks cool. There's the last expansion for Valhalla releasing. It's called The Last Chapter. Very fitting.
And it will be free.
Yep. You know, I have yet to play through Valhalla.
Same.
I've played through it.
I would like to. I want to go back into marathoning the series. You see, the problem is I had to give up a little bit of Assassin's Creed because imagine me marathoning a whole series and I ran through 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, 4, and I stopped at Unity because I was like, holy shit, dude, that was a lot of Assassin's Creed.
I was gonna say you gotta pace yourself.
And so I still need to play those. Rogue.
Oh yeah, Rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta play Rogue. You gotta play
Assassin's Creed Chronicles, probably.
Hey, I am going to actually try out Chronicles.
Syndicate.
I have 3 Liberation on Vita, but I kind of want to get the Switch version just to have it physically.
Okay.
Then you've got Syndicate. Then you have.
I actually have Syndicate in my collection. I just haven't touched it.
Then you have Origins. Then you have Odyssey. Then
I have
Valhalla.
Odyssey. So I have Odyssey. I don't have Origins for some weird reason.
Gotcha. Then you have Valhalla, and then we have Baghdad, Codename Red, and Codename Hex.
Yeah, well, you could Baghdad. It's just you could have just called it Mirage. But yes. But let's talk about the other Assassin's Creed things before we talk about Codename stuff. They announced an Assassin's Creed TV series for Netflix.
I hope it'll be good, but I'm not holding my breath.
I'm not holding my breath either.
Yeah.
I am 100% not holding my breath on that. And then I guess technically this kind of ties into Codename stuff, but there's actually 3 Codename games they actually announced. Let's start with the first one. As you can tell, my voice is very excited for this one. Assassin's Creed Codename Jade.
Oh yeah, isn't this one set in China?
Yes. It's a mobile game.
See, that's not. I told you the Japan one wasn't the mobile game.
I didn't say that.
I know. I'm not talking to you.
Oh.
Justin thought the Japan one was the mobile game.
No, the China one is the mobile game, which is unfortunate.
Wait, is that right?
That's Codename Jade.
Jade or Are those interchangeable?
No.
Like,
Yes, they're not
like, no, hold on, because I am absolutely out of the loop here for it, because I just saw Codename Red. I only saw like 2 things.
Okay, slow down. We got 3 code names to talk about.
Okay.
Codename Jade is the mobile game set in China.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's talk about the big boys.
The big boys.
Assassin's Creed Codename Red is set in feudal Japan.
Okay.
So which has been asked for forever.
Yes. And it is actually being developed by the team who did Odyssey. So it's going to be good.
Oh my god.
So it's going to be good. That's pretty much all I got to say. That's going to be a big one. And then the next game after that is going to be called Codename Hex. And it's in my opinion, even though I wanted feudal Japan for so long, I like the premise of Hex. It's the witch hunts.
It's in the Holy Roman Empire.
In the witch hunts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think that's an interesting premise. Now, this is where it's going to be weird.
Okay.
Apparently, all of these are part of a project titled Assassin's Creed Infinity. It is not a game.
Saw that. Huh.
It is not a game.
It is a hub.
It is a hub that ties all the games together.
Ah, yes. Codename Red, Codename Hex, Codename Jade, and my favorite, Partnership.
Partnership.
Yes, and Ubisoft is also apparently ready to bring back multiplayer in Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god, what?
Finally, dude. Do you know how fun the multiplayer was in Brotherhood?
Oh my god, yes. In Brotherhood, it was so fun.
And they just dropped it after 3.
I think they kept it around in 4. I think it was in 4 a little bit, I think.
4 doesn't even have multiplayer.
What game had multiplayer? I think they had it in...
Well, Unity, but that's not...
That was co-op.
That's co-op. That's not actual, like, what was the multiplayer.
Which I did like the co-op in Unity.
Mark, the fact that you said you liked anything in Unity is really bad, but...
I 100%ed that game.
Nice.
Mark,
I'll say that.
We're built different.
You and I are different.
I'm built.
I played a little bit of Unity and I almost threw up, so it's okay.
I'm built dentist.
I have such a love-hate relationship with Assassin's Creed, dude. It's not even funny. Listen, Assassin's Creed 1, it's kind of boring. I had to push myself to beat it, but I like the game. It just got really repetitive toward the end.
2? It is what it is.
2 is a fucking masterpiece.
2's godlike. Well, I mean, maybe not godlike.
2 is like only platinum I have.
Brotherhood?
2 is the game that I actually have a platinum for. I 100%ed the fuck out of 2, and I love that game to death. Brotherhood is also really good. Not as good as 2, but I like the idea that it was only one giant open world map, and that was cool.
Revelations?
God, that game's bad.
Oh, that's a hot take.
Interesting.
That's not a hot take. Revelations sucks.
There's a lot of people who really enjoy Revelations.
Man, that was not fun to explore. I did not like any of the missions. The story sucked. I really did not like Revelations at all.
Mm.
What about 3?
Mostly good.
I thought it was okay.
All right.
It's okay.
What about 4?
Better than Revelations? Not as good as Brotherhood. 3, you know what kills me for 3? The ship.
The ship?
Really?
I did not like the ship gameplay in 3. It's so bad. I was so bored of doing it, and the fact that it's required to beat the game is like, ugh. I just was not having fun with it. I really wasn't.
But I mean, another good thing about 3 was this Tyranny of King Washington.
I didn't actually get to play that.
Oh, that's a fun DLC.
I was gonna say, was that DLC?
Yeah, that's DLC.
In which he's evil? Bruh.
Yes.
That's funny.
It's a wild DLC where you get spiritual animal powers.
Yeah, I heard about this, but I did not like the ship parts. Other than that, it's not a interesting environment really. I thought it was going to be more interesting to explore like colonial America, but it was just like whatever.
I can see that. I mean, I enjoyed it very much. What about 4?
4 Black Flag? Amazing.
Yeah, it was like almost everyone's favorite.
Amazing. Not my favorite. 2 is still my favorite, but I think it's right behind 2 in terms of quality. I think that I loved exploring the Caribbean. It was a really fun thing. The pirates theme, the pirate motif is fantastic. The ship gameplay was so much fucking better in 4. It wasn't even funny.
Hmm.
I loved it. It's a 10 out of 10, but it's 2 is still my favorite.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that's about where you got to.
And then I played a little bit of Unity and I almost threw up. But from there on out, I'm gonna play. You know what? I'm inspired. I kind of want to play the rest of the series now.
Hmm.
I think it's about damn time I stop fucking around and really sit down with them.
That's why I say all the time.
But I'm gonna try and pick up some of the remasters because I want to not only have a more like easier access to them, but at the same time, I don't know if you know this, but if you want a physical copy of Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, you have to get the 3 remaster because it comes with it.
Hmm.
So there's that, and then Rogue comes with I think is on its own. I have Rogue on my PS3, but I'm gonna check if it's on a modern console. I think it's on Switch physically.
Well, damn.
I think for some weird reason it's on Switch physically.
Oh, here's Ghost
So.
Hand. Ghost Hand has Unity has incredible atmosphere though. Also
True.
has it was also
It just
free
needs
on
better
Uplay
missions.
for some time ago. But yeah, like you play
Unity might have really good atmosphere, but man, I'm getting these better gameplay.
I enjoyed it.
I really just don't like Unity, dude. I don't know what it is. And now, granted, I never beat it, so I'm going to sit through it and I'm going to beat it.
Hmm.
I will come back to you at a later date with my verdict on that game, but yes. But I do hear incredible things about Odyssey, and I really want to play it. So
Odyssey and Valhalla are great.
I've heard very opposite things about Valhalla, but Odyssey.
Really? I haven't heard that many negative things about Valhalla.
I heard a lot of negative things about Valhalla, but I think Odyssey was like universally praised. So
that's good.
Eh.
The Odyssey team ended up making Immortal Phoenix Rising. So
Yeah, which I've been playing through. It's a good game.
oh, that's right. It's on Game Pass. How do you like it so far?
I like it. It's really good.
I like that you get to actually try out a Zelda. Well, you have a Switch, but a Zelda Breath of the Wild style game.
Played a little bit of Genshin Impact.
Well, yeah, a bit. I like it. I've been playing it on Switch, and it's just as good, even if it's 30 frames.
But it's a good game.
It's very fun.
Oh yeah, it's a very good game.
Kind of a hidden gem, really. Like a lot of people just passed it.
Oh yeah, I could see it getting a sequel for sure, or more DLC.
I don't know about sequel, but it definitely is going to be. It's a hidden gem. I definitely am glad I have it in my collection. But yeah,
like the banter between Zeus and Prometheus is amazing.
Oh my god, dude, it's so funny.
Zeus is 1,000,000% exactly like you'd expect Zeus to be.
Yep, it's super funny. It kind of reminds me of like Hercules dialogue.
I was
like
gonna
the
think
Disney Hercules.
That's funny.
I was thinking that plus a little bit of Hades.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, but Ghost Hand was saying, actually, this is interesting because didn't we just talk about a game that's going to take place in the other? It's about Assassin's Creed. He said that I think that they should have chosen Rome instead of Greece. The assassination potentials in Rome would have been so much
I
cooler.
think we've been to Rome in Assassin's Creed before.
We have, I think. Yeah,
very,
but it was like
very minuscule, and it was in 2.
Just very little.
It was very minuscule. It was one area. It was a good area. Although my favorite area in 2 is Venice with the water and stuff. That area is so cool.
Yeah, I do kind of like that a lot. Like when they had the fireworks and everything, I was like, oh, this is nice.
And then how Ubisoft got away with copyright is really good.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, when his uncle walks up and do not remember me, it's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario.
I said, bruh. What the fuck did I just hear?
It's just a reference.
Whatever you say, Mark.
It's the legal team. This is just a reference.
The Nintendo ninjas were ready to go.
The Nintendo ninjas are coming to whoop your ass.
All I can say is that like one of my attachments to Assassin's Creed really came from like the fact that it was used as a mnemonic device for remembering my Kodazei, an enzyme that you would learn in biology class. And the only way you can really pick it up is by that one cutscene where you learn to fly for the first time. You tried out the flying machine for the first time, and one dude's like, "Makuse, shoot the flying demon," and that's literally how we remember it.
You use that as a tool to remember. Holy shit.
Has nothing in relations to like the game content or anything, but that's how I got connected to it. Also, quick aside, I just want to ask you two. I don't know because like I might be the only one with the Elite Series 2, so this might be a personal issue, but all of a sudden the right trigger is kind of sticking. So there's a little bit of like a resistance to like
Did
the
you
input.
adjust the actual like input to it? Like, because I know you can adjust the trigger sensitivity.
You can, but that's not the issue because like when you change the sensitivities, it's still the same thing. It just has like a resistance for the initial like motion of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, like I'm looking it up right now, and you know I literally played this a couple days ago and it didn't have it, and all of a sudden it has it. So I'm like, what's happening?
Damn.
Dude, all I can say is that the Elite Series controllers they have like a series of issues.
That's very unfortunate, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame because
But
yeah, they have the next coloration for the Elite Series 2 coming out individually, as like the Elite Series 2 core. So that's their white controller, and then you can buy the accessory pack like as a separate thing.
damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, but that's what I was kind of like messing with after like pulling it out. I was like, wait, why is it like this?
You said, wait, what is this?
What happened?
What the fuck?
Bro, what happened?
Wait, what the fuck?
I thought we would chill like that.
He said, what the fucking fucking?
I have a friend that sends these things like that. He goes, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
I don't know why that made me laugh, but it was really funny.
Dude, we were listening to music one time. He's like, "Are y'all listening to Nelly without me?
To that Nelly?
Y'all listening to
Without
Nelly
me.
without me?
What the fuck?
What the fuck are y'all listening to Nelly without me?"
Oh my god.
Are you
Then he
all
says,
hitting the
"Hold up,
gritty
hold
without
up."
me? What
Hold
the
on.
fuck?
And then he says, "No, wait." Then he says, "Hold the fuck up. Let me put in some more. Let me put in some more." Oh, I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna put on more Nelly. This man puts on R. Kelly.
Oh no.
We were like,
Speaking
"You do know
of
this
that,
isn't the same person, right? Did you just hear Ellie and then kind of think, oh, I know who that is?"
for some reason, we were very interested in trying to get all of the Trapped in the Closet series, and so we have an HD version of all of those episodes on a flash drive, and it's fucking funny.
Okay.
God, those were horrible, but they're funny to laugh at. But yes. Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh, there's only one thing I have left here, like on the discussions listing to talk about. It's She-Hulk. Has anyone watched the recent episode?
Yes.
I have.
Okay, cool. So this
It's okay.
yeah.
Wongers.
Wongers.
Dude, I
best.
love his new nickname.
Wongers.
Wongers.
So
Wongers.
is this not clear to anyone watching?
I want them to either be best friends or date.
I think the only interesting like tidbit about that episode was that the magician dude, the older guy, apparently he's an actor who's 104 years old.
Holy shit!
In real life. Yes.
Huh? Oh
he's
my
the
God.
oldest actor alive right now.
He looks really good for 104.
Oh my
and he's
God,
still
dude.
acting. Like, what the fuck?
Like, ayo, like.
A lot of people are like, he's not 80 or something. No, he's 104 years old.
Holy shit!
Oh my God, what is
and he was still
secret?
doing like good acting. Like, it's funny.
What's the secret?
But yeah, other than that, I think the episode is fine. It's a very filler episode. The only real story progression is that Titania is going to do something. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. Now I think about it, like that was really an episodic thing where like a problem like happened and she resolves it.
Yep.
And then it's like, all right, so at the end of the episode announces the new problem, and that's it.
Yep. I just want to say my boy got to Hulk smash. That was interesting.
And he left.
That was so fucked up.
I know. I said, "What the fuck?"
That was a very fucked up scene. Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Katrina was in tears. She was like, "That's fucked up."
He just hit that muscular green ass and then said bye.
Hello, buddy.
The She-Hussy, and just dipped. Yeah. Oh, Vlad.
Hi, buddy.
He's so
Hi, good
cute.
boy.
But
Let me see if
I
I'll-
mean,
let me see
I
if he'll
guess,
jump up
I
here.
mean, I don't know if that's gonna be the last we're gonna see of him or not.
Oh,
oh,
I don't know if that's gonna be the last we'll see of him or not. We might see him again.
Yeah. So I had some mixed feelings because like one, it was a funny episode, of course, and it's pretty much like a comedy show, and I totally understand that.
that
It's
much I can agree. It was funny.
my only issue is like at the beginning, the fact that she fourth wall breaks, and that's fine, but the fact that
Which is-
she outright just kind of tells you like the stance of this show versus the entire MCU, and really just plays to that, not to take advantage of it, but just acknowledges the fact that like, hey, Wong's here, which means this gets a bunch of Twitter protection for the next 24 like hours or something like that. I'm like, this is,
That's really funny, but I get it.
I'm like,
I mean, I was gonna say, I mean,
she's not wrong,
she's
and that's
not-
the problem.
yeah,
not
she-
completely wrong.
she's not
It's
wrong.
very meta. It's very meta.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just feel like that's just like that's like kind of shooting yourself in the foot and then proceeding to walk. But I don't know. But otherwise, it's still pretty funny, and I'm still invested like in her story. I mean, I kind of feel bad for her in the sense that like she's trying to date and she's setting stuff up, and then she's getting influenced to use She-Hulk. And to that guy's defense, I don't think she was really advertising herself as Jen at that point. It was really just She-Hulk. So
I know hey, he just picked up what you were advertising.
exactly. So it's just like now he sees Jenny, he's like, oh well, I'm gonna go.
I mean, it's
Forget
still
the
fucked up, but it's still fucked up.
It's
But
still
I do
pretty
get what
fucked up,
you're
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, I get
But I
you.
get what you're saying, where it's like, I mean, she was kind of putting that out there.
Yeah,
I get it, but still kind of fucked up.
instant gratification.
It's like both parties are at fault.
yeah. So it's real stuff.
I love that she carried him all.
I mean,
Yes.
I mean, do you want him to do that?
You know that same guy said goes, "Hey, what the fuck?" That's the kind of woman.
What the fuck?
That's the kind of woman I'd expect him to be with. He said he either wants a cute, dainty girl or a woman that could legit do that.
That's fair.
Oh man, but yeah, that's pretty much it so far. I'll end my part with this. I'll go back to what we were talking about earlier. Mark,
Eh.
best Mickey games.
Eh.
Ready for this?
Okay.
Ready? Quick fire. I think the obviously I said it earlier. Any of the illusion games are very good. I don't think there's a single bad one. Obviously, Castle of Illusion is the like top tier one because it's the most like iconic one. So yes, for the Sega Genesis, great Mickey game. The Capcom developed ones for Super Nintendo. All of them are fantastic too. I believe it's the Magical Quest, Great Circus Mystery, and then the Japan only one that has Donald. That one's really good. Epic Mickey is still a good Mickey game in my opinion. 2 is a little iffier, but 1 is fantastic. And then I'm trying to remember if there was one more before I signed that off. Why am I looking around?
everything?
Why am I looking around like it's behind me or something?
I don't know why.
And Kingdom Hearts, not just kidding. No. No, actual Mickey exclusive, like it's based on Mickey Mouse. Those are some of my favorites. Oh, Mickey Mania. Of course, I'm so sorry. Mickey Mania for the Super Nintendo or Genesis, doesn't matter. They're both good.
Okay.
There you go.
Lego.
Both.
There you go.
Lego.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay, perfect. I was gonna dip into manga and anime news, but I actually don't have anything.
Damn.
I want to
Well?
say this is so petty of me because I love Hiro Mishima's stuff, right? As far as just like Fairy Tail and Eden Zero stuff. I have dropped off of Eden Zero. For context, Fairy Tail was like the popular one for me, and then Eden Zero is like the follow up, the successor.
Which is why I'm surprised that I haven't heard you at all following 100-year quest.
Yeah, it's just that I get lazy about it.
I see.
Yeah, so I mean,
It's understandable though.
but my thing is that like for Eden Zero, I totally fell off of that as well because lazy. and then I see something about like it was on TikTok, someone just like posting like some like bit of like manga, or sorry, yeah, some pages like from the manga about like some
Spoiled.
possible romancing, and I was like, oh, all right, where is it? We're gonna find it. I'm such a sucker for it.
My man loves his romance.
Listen, if there's a ship that needs to set sail, it has to. I
There's
gotta
a
be
ship
there.
that needs to set sail.
I'll be there. I'll see it go on.
I'll be there.
That's the only thing
Did
as
we,
far as
did we
manga.
both do that?
I'll be there.
Did we both sing the song?
I think so.
That's amazing.
The Unity. Speaking of Unity, so Assassin's Creed, Phil, you need to get back into the Unity.
Motherfucker.
Hmm.
That's funny.
As far as anime, maybe everything's. You know what? The only issue I have is just the fact that summertime rendering is still going, and I still don't have access to it because it's the most the most anticipated one that I have, and you know it's not accessible unless you got a VPN.
The Netflix exclusive Isekai Oje-san has been indefinitely put on hiatus because of the entire studio has been absolutely obliterated with COVID.
Yeah, I mean that really sucks. I mean, the thing is that like Netflix is really bad over here as far as like releasing those episodes because like they release them far later than you know what's actually released over in Japan. So it's an issue for us to just keep track of it and stay on top of like the latest episodes legally. And now it's the entire series is just pushed, like put on hold.
Oh yeah, because the entire studio's got COVID.
And that's fair. That's actually really fair. So they need to just take the time for that. I just wanted to note the fact that like Netflix is just doing what they do, which is I guess maybe not as favored to a lot of like anime folks, including myself. I guess there is one little thing, something I'm just watching right now, and also just recommending, guys, if you have the worst time, like at work and whatnot, watch Late Back Camp. Just watch Late Back Camp. They have like the dub going now. They don't have it completed, so they only got like season 1, like with a couple episodes dubbed. But it's just another excuse to jump back into that show. It's one of the few shows. It's one of the few shows I'll actually like rewatch
for the vibes.
For the vibes, bruh. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. That's my plug there.
Nice.
Oh, and also Limited Run. Please send over the games, please.
Oh god damn it, Limited Run. Yo,
Mark, it's been 7 months.
Yeah, I got a couple of.
You still don't have Blaster Master.
No, I have Blaster Master. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they sent out Blaster Master a while back now.
I was getting ready to say, Justin, if you still don't have that, file a complaint.
No, you saw me play a little bit of it. It took a while, but I played it. No, it was my order from February, actually.
Holy shit! Yeah, well, I mean, ask me about Quake. I got it a year later.
Jesus Christ!
So, still worth it. It's worth it to have one of the best first-person shooters of all time in my collection on my favorite console. So.
One can only hope then the Embracer Group, at least, even though Limited Run Games does their independent stuff, that Embracer Group maybe helps with the production side of things.
Yeah, I do hope Embracer Group's purchase of Limited Run does also definitely help it out a lot.
Either that, or we go into Limited Run's limited retail store.
I will say that on my recent purchases has been they were pretty massive. For Switch, I got Doom Eternal, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up getting that game called Undermine.
Okay.
It's an interesting roguelike. I'm really tempted to get these Game Boy games.
I'm tempted with the 3DS, but I'm not entirely sure if I want that.
I ended up getting both the 3DS games, but I'm also a Nintendo collector, so I kind of had to.
So I kind of had to,
Well, Mark, look at it in my perspective, right?
Okay.
These might be the final 3DS games ever.
Fair enough.
So and one of them is actually very interesting. It's not a 3DS game at all. It's just on a 3DS cart.
Right?
Yes. So if anybody wants to know, it's called Go Go Coco Polo. They used to be, so actually like hardcore eShop like fans Really like the series. They're really fun. I've
Hmm.
only tested a little bit of the second game,
Hmm.
but it's an indie game, arcade style indie game. The first one is a DSiWare game. They somehow managed to put the DSiWare game on a cart.
Oh my god.
So they're preserving a DSiWare game. So that's an interesting one.
Nice. Okay, I see it. I see it.
But yeah, I got that. And then I got some other Switch games, but yeah, that was about it.
Gotcha.
Monkey.
Monkey. Monkey.
Monkey.
Nice. Oh yeah, and I guess to just kind of like refresh everyone's minds about like what the orders are. From the ones from February, it's the bundle for Kogan sort of Rewind and Avengers X2, and added to that is Blacksmith of Sand Kingdom and what was the other one? Monster Sanctuary.
Nice.
And the more recent
Mhm.
one, which was like in May, it's Gunvolt 3 and Going Under. So that's currently like pending.
Nice.
But obviously February is like where is it?
Where is?
Where is
All right. My dudes, I'm gonna make an early sign off. So
Okay. Actually,
Yeah.
I think we're
peace
good.
out, guys. Oh well, we can call it off then.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
I gotta make dinner anyway.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Well, that'll be it for this podcast. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of DangIT Prodcast. This has been episode 427. My name is Justin.
Bart.
And I'm Philip.
And thanks for watching. #bye, everybody. Okay.